with it, and licho jelly. So I think since then they've never really fully trusted their government. See?
You said jelly? What?
Licho jelly, Gelli. I think he was a Freemason. He had control of the government and the military years ago. Many years ago, probably, possibly before I was born. I don't know. But, yeah. Long time ago. I think they did. There was some supposed terrorist attacks, which were obviously them. So I think since then they've never fully trusted their government, which is a good thing, obviously.
How is the gelato there?
It is amazing, yes. The pizza, the pasta, the food, the tomatoes, just the variety and quality. It's just, the food is just 10 times better than England in every way.
I would love to go and try some of their food.
But and the people are very friendly, and the history, it's the artisan craftsmen and women as well. It's it's a really amazing place. I mean, there's some downsides, like the dog mess is a bit of an issue, and there's obviously a few issues that are not great, but nothing's perfect, is it?
Hey, Nikki, how much is gas right now where you're at?
I don't know. I haven't gotten gas in a while. We don't drive far. Anyway, I do know that statistically, even though it's gone down a bit, it's still up 25% since Biden was in office. So, what is it where you are?
307.
Yeah, we're 3 something. It was higher. It came down a little bit when he drained our strategic reserves for domestic use, which has never been done before. Not at this level anyway. That's supposed to be for emergencies, which I suppose this is one, but anyway. Yeah, it's not good. Energy in America is a problem. And that's going to go worldwide.
So you said what was it, per what?
7
per gallon.
307 per gallon. And a gallon is what, 8 pints?
4 liters.
4 litres. All right. So 30. So let's say 3 for 4 litres. In England it is £1.50 to £2 per litre. So
wow.
So let's say let's say £1.75 per litre. So for 4 litres, that's 4, 5, 6 £6 per gallon.
$6.50, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
So that's double, at least double yours, isn't it?
Yep. But ours is going back up right after the election.
And most of that is tax.
Yes, but it's also supply. We are exporting more than we're using. Of what we make, we export more than what we keep. It's absolutely insanity. Shocker.
Yeah, because of that, the dollar gets in demand. That's why they have to export more. The pressure is on dollar. Yeah, that's why they have to export more oil because the dollar currency is dependent on the oil. Yeah, most of it
Right.
funds come from the oil.
And he's been begging for more from Saudi Arabia, right? Right, Nikki? Giving away our
Yeah.
jacking up the prices and lowering this, begging oil from Saudi Arabia. What kind of fucking shit does that? Oh, Biden, forgot.
Yeah, and he stopped all of our domestic, not all of it. He stopped a good majority of our domestic production. But, you know, that's a good thing about America. It's a good thing about America because we have elections, we have cycles, and so this will change. None of this is permanent. COVID, DARPA, go ahead.
There wasn't. I've seen the meme where Putin were having high five with someone probably from the country where they were also producing petrol, and they are not planning to increase the supply of petrol.
Yeah, it's an international issue.
High five? You mean like a hand, like you patting your hands together? High five?
Yes.
That's propaganda.
Gotcha.
So there wasn't this kind of photo. I've seen the photo, so maybe the photo which was photoshopped.
A fist bump. A fist bump. That's it. Biden gave those guys a fist bump.
Yeah, he's fist bumped too many people. Mainly China.
And little girls. Ugh. Okay, what we got scary? How about just scary? Sorry, baby, go ahead.
So what I have noticed, they have plan B for lithium because as they lose control over oil, yeah, they will switch to lithium, and that's why I think the West is preparing for all lithium vehicles. Yeah, and
wait a minute. What energy is used for that?
Battery.
You're right.
Battery powered cars.
Yeah, right. But yeah, they have to stock solar panels so that they can charge the batteries. So yeah, I know that I know that the solar panels. If you want to manufacture solar panels, you need a coal. I mean, a manufacturing unit. Yeah, robotic manufacturing unit, and the energy used could be also the solar. Yeah, they could be exporting.
There's not enough solar to handle electric vehicles. There's just not. It's a lie. The whole thing is a lie.
Or
it's such a joke.
We could be using steam engine.
You might get somewhere.
Yeah, if you want to wait 4 hours to fill up your car with a battery, if you can find one. It's a joke. It's a ruse.
Yeah,
it's a ruse.
Yeah, now that is a joke. Yeah, I agree that now that is a joke, and it is used to be joke for the phones. Yeah, cell phones also, but now you can charge it in 15 or 10 minutes or 5 minutes even. Yeah, my phone charges it 100%. Yeah, in 5 minutes.
So you think they're going to come up with this with electric vehicles? 15 minutes for all vehicles. Never going to happen.
Is there open source?
Well, is because I thought, with electric bicycles, which I do like, the problem is the charging of the battery, right? So I thought what you could do is have battery swap stations. So you just literally swap over the battery for a full. You lease the battery and then you just swap it over for a fully one. You could just swap out the battery.
Well, the reason they won't is because that's not what they want. That's not their end goal. Back to their agenda. I don't want to talk about it.
No. I know.
Well, Mike has hydrogen run forklift at his work, so I see that coming, hydrogen.
Well, that's been there for a while, and they keep blocking it with regulations. They don't want that because it works and it's cheap.
You'll be able to
That's
do
been
it.
around for a couple of decades.
License on it, but you are just an inventor, so you have also regulation on you.
I'm telling you guys, there's a plan here. They don't want you to have cars. That's the plan.
But bicycles are they're still the most efficient means of transport known to man. Most car journeys have got one individual in a metal box sitting in traffic. It is mental.
But
I agree.
But what's the problem is like
Nikki, we should get a bicycle.
there is no such a thing like a problem with pollution because
It's a joke.
I only would like to stop the powerful people. I don't want to stop pollution.
COVID, DARPA, I recognize your voice, but your connection is dodgy.
Connection with whom?
What happens? I don't know. You get a call
With you.
coming. It happens to people. Yeah, they get a call
Okay.
coming. Their audio goes very quiet.
So I'm disconnect. I will disconnect.
COVID DARPA, what is your scariest thought that you think could happen in the world? What is the most horrifying thing that you could think of?
Mandatory vaccination.
Done.
Mandatory doesn't mean compulsory, though. Do you mean compulsory vaccination?
Compulsory. Actually, I have one small problem with me because I'm afraid they will put me to psychopath hospital, and I wouldn't like to be in this place.
You might have to go to a FEMA camp. You might have to go to a FEMA camp.
What's his name? Survived it, didn't he? The Reich's doctor, the devaccinator, survived it. He sounds better, actually.
Robert, plan. You're not going with a plan, Robert.
I haven't heard from Aiden.
FEMA camps, Robert.
It's actually not too bad in the FEMA camp. I'm talking to you from there now. I've managed to smuggle a phone in. The most important thing in the FEMA camp is lubrication, so that you can hide the phone again.
And the food is good. Yes? That's gross.
Plastic gloves. I hear there's COVID DARPA. I hear there's a shortage. There's a shortage on lube and gloves. So when you get to the FEMA camp, that's some things you want to take with you. A lot of it.
I don't feel your sense of humor.
I'm sure.
Nikki, you came in late. You don't have a heads up.
I got it.
No, we just talked about this. Just talked about it.
I'm with you.
Okay, Robert, you made me look like a stupid fool. So there you go.
Yeah, the nurse has come round. I'm like, oh God, to whisper. The nurse is around the corner.
Are you in the closet again?
Go to the portal.
Put the phone back. I have to put the phone back in its hiding place.
Go to the portal. Go to the portal. We can talk to you in the portal.
We're trying to get away from the dopamine dump of fear porn.
A porn portal? Yeah, the portal.
And baby, you're not backing me up either. Y'all bunch of assholes on here tonight.
We're doing it. Roll Tide. Damn.
Give us a chance. We're not all as quick as you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Shut
to
up,
hide
baby.
my phone. Oops.
No, go, baby, go.
It reminds me, actually, there was just before COVID, actually, I was in, I'm sure I've mentioned it before, I was in this international Zoom group, which is a bit like this, but it's private, invite only. And there was this lady came on, Carol,
What do you
brilliant
have to say?
photographic memory. Yeah, she's just a bit too outspoken. And this group had helped her in there. You see, they were helping her, but they were actually making it far worse for her, so they could generate money, donations for her.
Yeah, we call mental, health unit as Pagal Khana. Yeah, I told you.
Prison. So I understand, but I don't like. Probably I find out that having fun or having jokes, I find it waste of time because that time for not looking for a solution is a waste of time. Yes, it is. I don't mind your sense of humor, but I just find out that when I was performing in improv solve other people's problems. And on the comedy show, we were just fooling around. It wasn't bad, but yeah, but it's like I would be giving people drugs to be feeling better. No, this is quite in this the better is truth, and after truth, the solution. Because as Robert noticed, when there are too much truth, people are feeling negative because they are afraid. They don't want to do. They are maybe overwhelmed with the problems, and now we need to help them. First of all, maybe solve myself or ourselves problems, and to solve them their problems, and not to let's do comedy show. But uh, exactly what I'm trying. I'm not succeeding in anything. So uh, what do you mean? I was trying. Yes, but I'm completely honest with everything. No, I don't know if you are succeeding, but if you are so if the success it means uh, is measured by amount of people, or if we are measuring that I'm in your room, not and you are not in my room. In that way, yeah, you are succeeding. Yeah. Right now, not at all, because I forgot to work in my mom was killed by doctors using respirator. So probably I don't want to feel love. I want to feel pain. I don't but I don't want to yeah, but I don't want to stop feeling pain. Can you please? I don't know, it's like this is my feeling. I don't know, my mom would like to that I will be able to see my mom. So I would like to see the body of my mom, and I'm not able to do it. My mom was also 74. Actually, I'm trying to believe that my mom still believes, still to open the grave. I would like to open the grave and be aware that my mom's going to help me. But I'm, but it's very kind of her that you are even thinking of helping the killers. So you don't have the problem as you're driving. You don't have the problem when you're talking to us that you will lose the focus and you are in a high probability of being in a forget the name accident.
and I verify and share it. I don't, yeah, I don't just share it. So the news, which we have to share, we have to verify it first.
Hey, barter systems. I wanted to ask.
Bit noisy here, so yeah, I could be missing some questions.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you could find out some info on that, that'd be great, dude.
Yeah, I heard it was a lawyer group called Raz. They put out a study. It's like, I don't know, 70 pages or more. I just started reading it.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's public domain, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, we all need to get our hands in that in different countries and just deconstruct it a little bit, and you know what I'm saying? Find ways to make that same kind of thing happen for countries. Until finally we catch this mother. Beep.
Yes, though it is in my country, he is the official. I mean, he did the official most huge. I mean, most biggest funding for the vaccine manufacturing in India. So, yeah, he funded the Serum Institute of India, which is a manufacturing unit of Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine. And yeah, Bill Gates poured a lot of money in our system, and then yeah, the India distributed all these vaccines to other small countries, yeah, and big countries as well, like Canada and all. So
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So if it hit countries like Canada.
So people here were saying, "Oh, it's made in India. It's not made by other countries or whatever." And they tricked people with that it is not AstraZeneca, Oxford, or yeah. I think all the vaccines have same ingredients almost. Yeah, maybe yeah, 19 and not 1% difference. Yeah, but yeah, it would be like yeah, same or maybe not. Yeah, could be different experiment on different countries. Maybe yeah.
Just different amounts of the same shit, though, pretty much.
Yeah. Hello.
Has there been any good news?
Good news is nothing happened in 24th September.
Yeah, so much for them putting up dates of things.
Yeah, it was quite eventful. Woke up to a giant lightning bolt. Very cool. I'll start my day now. Sorry.
It is not new that if you predict some date and there is nothing happens, everybody is on lockdown. There is nothing. Yeah. So every day there is something new.
What was new today?
COVID DARPA counterintelligence. You're working very hard, and I can see that there are many videos you have uploaded in your channel. So you can you should have a good name for that for your channel and good image for your channel so that.
It's not good.
Make your channel name short.
This is short. You can just write COVID and you will see that channel.
Make your channel name short. I mean, two words or three words.
But no one
Like
needs
truth
to
media, like
write
something.
So in the search, the more buzzwords you have, the better.
The more what words?
Buzzwords.
Passwords.
Buzzwords.
Shit. I don't know what you said.
Buzzwords. B-U-Z-Z.
Yes, buzzwords.
Oh, buzzwords. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, it's just low on my side here.
It's Poland buzz. Because he's from Poland, so it's buzz from Poland.
Right.
Nothing new, huh? Raise your frequency.
Hey, what up? What'd you say?
Is that
I was
anything?
in the chill over here, so I just barely heard you. What'd you say?
Like anything new on your end?
Oh, hey, what's up, Nikki? What are you doing? Here, I'll put this down. I just fixed this cello bow. I had a bow that like lost its grip on you know how you tighten it, and I rigged it up. Oh, it sounds so much better than the other bow I was using. I'm like, oh, feels like a new instrument. But yeah, I mean, nothing. The Army Ranger that pulled a gun and put in my face, I had to get him out of here. I got arrested.
I didn't hear about that.
Oh, you didn't? Shit, I hadn't talked to you in a while. Yeah, this guy, he was smoking a cigar in the room, you know, on the lease he's not supposed to be smoking, so I like nicely, very nicely in the hallway was like, hey man, no smoking in the house. I went back to what I was doing, came out in the garage. I have a little spot that I hang out here a lot of times, you know. So I'm sitting at the laptop, I'm on the phone talking to someone on Telegram, and half hour goes by, he started picking up loud music. He came out, opened up the door, and he goes, did you fucking accuse me of smoking in the house? And I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I got my guitar sitting in between where he's standing and where I'm standing, so I'm thinking he's going to try to get rough. So my first instinct was, all right, move the guitar. So I put the guitar over to the side thinking, here we go, you know, man up. And I turn around, and he pulled a gun out. Not supposed to have a gun here. It was a Colt, either, I don't know, Colt 45 or something. He had big-ass bullets in this thing, whatever it was. So I was sitting in the chair, he pulls the gun out, puts it in my face, and he told me 5 times in a row the garage door was open, you know, like it's a 2-car garage. And so anyway, I started saying some stuff like, hey man, I love you, bro. Man, why you know, we were fine, or what's going on? You know, trying to talk sense to him. And then after saying a couple things to him, after he kept on insinuating I was going to die tonight, you know, he goes, okay, we'll do it like this. And he takes a round out of his gun, and he said, give me your hand, give me your hand. And I put my hand out, and he puts one of the bullets in my hand, and he said, you see this is going through your heart tonight. I was fucking nuts. So I go, okay, here's my break. I take the bullet, and I said, okay, man, here you go. And I hand it back to him. And I was like, I knew the second that his eyes looked down at that bullet back in that gun, I'm out of here. So he put it in. I wasn't going to wrestle with him because you have to understand how the law is. The law here now, if you end up fighting and there's no eyewitness or nothing, you're both going. So I was like, okay, I'm taking option B, which is dip out across the street. I could tell he was on, you know, some post-traumatic stress syndrome medicine and drinking. So he was, you know, discombobulated upstairs. So he starts to put the bullet back in, and I was like the road runner. I dipped across the street, and all of a sudden I was like, within like, it felt like 2 seconds, I was gone. I called 911. They came like 7 minutes later, surrounded the house, you know, come out of the house with your hands up, the whole bit. You know, what this guy did though, as soon as I ran across the street, he didn't shoot at me. Instead, he closed the garage by pulling that safety line, locked the side locks, ran in the house. I was like, oh great, now he's going to try to stage a scene. You could tell. So he runs in the house, and I guess the first thing he probably did was dish the gun. Then he went and he found some knife, and I didn't even piece this together until just a couple days ago, because I'm missing one of my the knives that I use to cut my vegetables with. And it's like a wooden-handled, like, I don't know, a pretty long knife that I use for veggies and stuff. And I didn't even know it was missing until just the other day. I thought what happened is he tried to cut himself, or he actually did cut himself on his arm somewhere to make it look like there was some kind of altercation. And but the officers on scene, when they came, they were able to tell that it was self-inflicted. And they asked me, was he bleeding before he came out? And I was like, no, we didn't even touch each other. I was sitting out here. I say, I even have a record of talking to somebody on Telegram all the way up to 1 minute before making the 911 call. So I feel as if I'm pretty much covered there, you know. But anyway, I've already gone to the attorney, what do you call it, prosecuting attorney, had to tell my story again. They got me on the 911 call with the same exact story, and they got my written, you know, report or whatnot. So, but yeah, I thought this guy was going to set me up and have me screwed. And, you know, this is not the first time, okay? Like, I've had this happen now 3 different times in my life. 2 times from him, 1 time from somebody else. The guy in Ohio that this happened with, somebody pulled a gun on me. I took it from them because they put a gun in my face and they wouldn't put it down. So I was like, okay, first time you look away, dude. And I grabbed it from him, and we did our little dance, and I got away from the guy. And then the guy staged a whole scene. Him and 2 other guys that I never even met set me up. So you have to understand, I've been through the woods already. I never went to prison. I had to fight multiple charges up in Ohio for this same kind of thing. So I'm done with these wackadoos, man. There's a bunch of short-wit, crazy peeps in this world, and you got to know. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know, you might, people learn the hard way. I did the right thing. I dipped out, but he was literally going to shoot me over asking him nicely not to smoke in the house. Talk about a trip. So anyway, all his stuff has moved out of here. He had a friend of the family that came to help out, so that was good. But it set me behind on work a little bit. Like I had too many things that I had to manage between, go to get the protection order, deal with these cops and having what do you call it, some kind of detective come by here. I have some black, some black powder guns and things that are in the gray as far as the Florida law goes for me to be in possession of, but I am legally in possession of. So I handed them over to my stepdad, and the detective was cool with that. And she was supposed to follow up with me. I called her, and I pulled up all the Florida codes, I forget what they call them now, that show that it's legal for me to have it, what I had here. You see what I'm saying? So I had to make sure I was protected on that, because if I was for some reason be found guilty on some charge like that, I'd be away for a minute. Okay, so this guy put me in harm's way big time, and I should have got him out of here the first time that there was an incident, which was about a year ago. And if I would have called the cops on him the first time it happened, he would have got life in prison, because it would have been attempted murder the first time around. So get that shit. But anyway, I'm good. I mean, I'm fine. I'm still.
What did you do the first time?
The first time he pulled a 457 black powder. What's it called again? Shit. This thing's like a cannon. Yeah, it's big too. It looks like a dirty hairy gun. I'm trying to remember the name of it though. But it's like a 1857 something or other. It's an old black powder gun that shoots out big old round ball. But he pulled it on me, similar incidents. I'll fucking blow your head off. And I talked him down. He ended up this guy was raging. Like, he was raging the first time around, and he shot it into the carpet. And I just realized his life would be damned to hell. So I gave him a shot, and I said, dude, you better swear up and down to me. You better promise me nothing like this will ever happen again. Nothing like, you can't have none of this in the house and all that stuff. And he was good for a year, and then he had another, I don't know what to call it, a relapse. I don't know. But whatever it is, he's, I recommended that he get medical attention for whatever. So maybe he'll get out of like a long sentence, which is what I'm not trying to put somebody away for a long time. Look at where the world is right now. But he's got to learn his lesson one way or another. 2 times in 1 year, no, dude. You know what I mean? He risked my whole show. You understand? I worked hard to get to where I'm at. I don't need to be around that. So, but anyway, I got people on my side. Everything's good. Even if for some reason something came out about like, him with this trying to set me up or something, that's going to get squashed. There's no way. So bottom line, I'm in the clear now. I got this house back to myself. 4-bedroom, 2-bath, empty, just me. So, but we'll see where it goes. Like, I'm still thinking about doing the off-grid thing soon. So I'm being open to that. Things are going to come up over the next few months, and I got quite a few different options to run right now. So I'm feeling good about it, and I got money to fall back on. So I'm good. And I got the RV sitting out there ready to roll. But how are things going for you? How are things going up there?
Rough going.
Yeah. What happened with that guy and his family members come in?
Yeah, they came and got the stuff, but then they found out later that that they didn't even have a will. They lied. So, and then I just was looking at
as far as
the brother did about having about being an executor and having the will and stuff.
Right.
So they took the car and they took his coin set and some stuff and left the rest of the stuff. Like, there's records and there's collector cars and stuff, but
so what's the rest of the story? What about beyond that?
I think that because I was trying to he was going to try to refinance the house and that night, and I thought I was just putting him on the deed, and I think he's on the deed of the house by himself, so I might be screwed.
Oh, what? So wait a sec. How did that get worked out? Fuck, I didn't know nothing about that part. It's part of the arrangement?
They don't know about it.
Well, they don't. Well,
Yeah, because he was getting. Yeah, they don't. So.
But you're half the owners then, or what? 50-50 or what?
No, I don't know. I might. There wasn't any transfer of money, and it was left blank, so I might be able to get out of it and have it revert back.
Right. Well, shit. If you need help with that, let me know. I'll start looking at some details, some documents and things of previous cases and similar things like that. Best way to do it, to see who's already been through that and you see what the solution was, and then
he was pretty much paying the bills and my phone and stuff too. So, tomorrow might be checking in to see if there's any way of his pension going to me, starting to go to me, but. I don't know on that because I'm still technically married, even though I haven't seen him in 10 years or had any support at all. So I don't know.
But not the guy that just passed. You're talking about your ex or something, some other thing, but the house, right? Right.
Yeah.
So you could, at this point.
So if I don't get a pension or something like that, I'm gonna have to either get renters or definitely file for divorce to see if I can get alimony. I only make like $50 a month, but if I fix the Social Security thing, it'll be another $200 a month.
Do all the appliances and things in the house work at this time for renting purposes? If it came to that.
Yeah. Not the dishwasher. Not the dishwasher. Dishwasher. I need a new dishwasher, but I'm getting a new disposal like tomorrow, the next day. But yeah, just don't know. I'm kind of wondering. I gotta call my bank tomorrow, but I'm kind of wondering if they might have my credit card in that car or something, because I haven't been able to find it, and there's like $1,000 less in my account than there was. So I don't know what the hell has happened.
What? Wait, since those people came by and picked up this dude's car?
Yeah, they took it.
Well, what the fuck? You're gonna have to.
So I don't even have a car. I mean, I have a car. It doesn't work. I charge the battery and it won't turn over. So yeah.
Oh, miss.
It sat for a couple of years.
Have you ever
I'll
done?
call them tomorrow.
Yeah, I've had to report that kind of shit before. They give you a refund. It'll probably take a little bit, but it'll go through. But yeah, cancel your card. Have them send you a new one within a week, and tell them that was not you. And that hold those people responsible too, if you can.
Yeah. So it's
just dip in. Yeah, I think you would probably get notified. But can't you check online banking to just see what the transaction was?
I don't remember my password and stuff. So I've kind of been out of it for a couple of years, really. Just trying to get better from this surgery.
I feel you. Miss you on when it rains and pours, huh? That's a fucking mission.
Yeah. Yep, that's what I get for getting 2 lightning bolts put in my back.
And as far as your back goes and stuff, like what's going on? Is it any healing? I mean, has it gotten any better at all, or are you still feeling the same for many months? Or?
Yeah, it's still yuck. My ribs aren't numb, but it still feels like I got a knife in my back all the time.
But what happened with your back?
Yeah.
Pardon?
See, that's what happened. I had a hernia mesh installed when I was 31, and that shit had me wrecked for at least 2.5 years. I was like, damn, is this what it's gonna be like from now on? Crazy. But it got better as time went on. So I'm hoping the same for you, of course. Maybe there's some things that could help to edge it on as far as healing goes, to speed up the process.
It's the scar tissue that's forming that's causing the problem. Pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get to physical therapy. They might be able to help, but I can't even get there. So. Yeah.
Damn. And what was up with the car though? I mean, before the battery thing, was there anything else that was going on with it?
It wasn't idling very well.
It sounds like the injectors. Probably the injectors or like a fuel line or something. It could be the fuel pump.
Yeah,
the
I mean,
injectors
because
are
it's sat and stuff, and so like it probably needs to have the field drained and stuff or something.
Right. Yeah, this RV, I'm always having to start it like all the time. You know, like at least once a week. You know, I'm like always like, how long has it been? Yeah, I always have to start that fucker up. I'm like, yeah. And I got a BMW sitting in the garage, like I'm like staring at it every day. Like, what are you gonna do with this thing, dude? Since I got the freaking Mustang, I'm like sitting here with 3 vehicles now. Like, damn. I have to get the Beamer done because all I got to do is get the catalytic converters cut off this thing and then straight pipe it, and then it'll be good. You know? Like I got to take it, get it done.
I've got another car about 4 hours away. It's been sitting too, so same deal. It's a Mazda 6. And this is a Subaru Forester.
Subaru. Is it 6-cylinder or 4?
4, I think. Yeah, 4.
Damn. If I was out that way, I could get that fucker going. Sucks. Far. If I was there, though, I know I could do it. You need a good handyman around you. Mission. Do you know any friends out that way? I mean, you know some peeps out that way? Are you like away from town and stuff? I can't remember.
No, I'm in town. I just kind of isolated. It just was too reliant upon him pretty much. Even like with him being like verbally abusive, I just kind of withdrawn. So other than Telegram.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yourself pretty good though, and the church is maybe gonna help out. I don't know. We'll see. I'm trying to get things cleaned up. It's just hard to bend over to pick stuff up. Like furniture, like my kitchen chairs and that are up north in my storage unit that I have to pay for every month. Been here for 2 years.
Yeah, they always turning into a black hole, man. Like they'll like freaking something like that. I'm not even kidding. I've had a couple where I'm like, what?
I let one of my storage units go because I just decided I didn't care.
Yeah, I feel you. One time I left a bunch of stuff in one. I got all the main shit out and left the rest because they didn't even have dumpsters on site to get rid of things. So I was like, that sucks. I was like, all right, I'm leaving it. Yeah. This cello is staring at me.
They never have a dumpster anywhere near storage units for some reason.
Right? Or they'll have a big chain and a padlock around it. Like hell no.
Does your back hurts right now?
Pardon?
Or
did you just say bye or something?
Does your back hurts right now? You don't understand me. Yes?
She might not be able to hear.
I can hear you now. Like, what'd you say?
I was asking if you're and something helps.
I cut down 30% of my pain meds, you know, because I just don't want to be reliant on them. Because like anytime they could, you know, start saying you have to get a shot if you want to keep getting your medication. You know what I mean? Who knows? I've got Kratom tea, so I can just switch over to that. I just kind of put it off.
But can I ask what was the first incident or what happened? Why your back started to? Why you started feeling pain in your back?
When I was first married, my ex made me go first on a four-wheeler despite my protests, and I hit a pothole and it landed on me. Broke my back in 4 places in my clavicle. And I had one surgery because I have a really straight back. It's not curved like it's supposed to be. And then like after that surgery, and I went to was living at near Hill Air Force Base, which is maybe I anyway had the parasite problem. I don't even know if that had something to do with it, but and sitting without back support too much, and my back started to collapse on me. Lost a couple inches in height, and I couldn't stand up straight, couldn't lay down on my back or anything, because it like was sticking out instead of in. It was weird. So anyway, they had to break it to make it straight, but they didn't quite break it. I mean, they didn't make it straight enough, so I'm still kind of not perfectly straight, but anyway, it's pretty decent. I mean, I didn't do bad. The surgery is actually, I'm in like the top 10 percentile probably still, but yeah, just a pain in the back.
Pain in the back. Yeah, you probably need to do all kinds of stretching and stuff. Like when I had a rod in my leg, my leg was totally stiff, and it took like 6 to 8 months. It was like 5 months or something downtime, and then I was back to normal. Grew back, the bone grew back stronger and all that. It was good. What's up, G's?
Yeah, need to get into a gym or something. Probably would help a lot.
Yeah.
Morning.
Just come up with like, good morning, brother.
Morning, GH.
I was gonna say, Nikki, maybe look up some videos on that similar surgery to see what they do. At least maybe a few little of those stretches you could do from home or whatnot. You see on YouTube or something for the same kind of surgery, you know.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
But so when you're lying or when you're lying on your back, when you're lying,
I can lay on my side or my back. It's about the same.
I had this kind of exercise, but I didn't know how to express in English this exercise or not. I wouldn't say it. I don't know if it's exercise. So I'm laying on my back and trying to using my hands to grab my knee, and I'm twisting in this position, and I'm feeling a bit better when. So in Polish it's like kołyska, so it's like the children's. I don't know if
I can't twist. I can't twist my back. I can't like lay on and have my torso turned.
No, so I wasn't thinking about twisting, but or maybe if you can't, maybe even the one if you can't do something, you the most important is what you feel, not to make harm to yourself.
Yeah, I just need to figure out how to build up some muscle. Too thin.
It'll help because they helped my shoulder. I had a tear ligament or some kind of tendon or something in my shoulder, and I just kept doing like these little burst push-ups, like leaning up against the table, and it eventually went away. It's like crazy. But yeah, it was like it looked like it was gonna be one of those long-term injuries, and I can't even feel it now. So definitely try to get muscles around there. So how's everyone doing? What's that?
Greg was doing, and you had a couple others too. How you guys doing?
What's happening, Iglum?
It's getting darker. So.
Stormy weather.
Yeah. I'm still hoping though. Still praying. I must go out. It's too gloomy at home.
Overcast at times is nice though. We got this hurricane brewing down here.
There is still hope.
Oh yeah, how close to the coast are you?
Sorry?
I was asking.
I'm like 20 minutes, 22 minutes, 22 minutes from East Coast, but it's hitting the West Coast. So it looks like we're only getting, unless it changes angles, because supposedly there's like some big cold wind that's coming down from Canada or something. So when it hits that, I think it's going to be kind of north of us, just barely north, and start curving to the east. Then scurrying around today, buying all the cigarettes from the stores and shit. That's what people do when they're fucking prepping down here. It's so funny. Oh my god. But anyway, yeah, I have cousins though that live on the West Coast, and they're in Port Charlotte, and they're right on the lower end of when it curves in, so they actually might get hit, and it might be really bad actually over there if it makes it to, they always overinflate these things, so you never know. I mean, they're saying it could turn into a Cat 5, which would be really hardcore, but might be less than that. We'll see.
Well, the problem there is if you're talking about that Hurricane Ian. There is a tropical storm right now that's going to go over Cuba in the next few days.
Right. It's early.
Yeah, it's really early. Like, if it goes in the Gulf of Mexico, that every time a hurricane goes into the Gulf of Mexico, there was the same thing with Wilma. There was the same thing with, not Andrew, but what was the other one that wanted to go? Katrina. Right? Katrina wanted to go. Every time ever went into the Gulf of Mexico, kind of went up at least 2 categories. It's something that you just have to deal with. It's just looks like it's going to go into the Panhandle, most likely. I'm guessing it's going to go into the Panhandle over, Tallahassee. Usually they get that pretty good when in regards to figuring out just about where it's going to go. Unless that you're going to have some kind of a front coming in from the north. That sucker ain't going to go east anytime soon. And the front is far away. That's the problem, that front is far away. So unlike with Wilma, I don't know if you remember that, but with Wilma, you had that front in there, and I was telling people, look, that sucker's going to turn around. I go like, it's stagnating. There's nothing moving it. It's just literally sitting there in the Gulf of Mexico for a day or two, and there's nothing moving the hurricane. It's just sitting there slowly, just getting bigger. We're like, watch, that sucker is gonna make a freaking 45-degree angle to the right, and it's gonna come straight through. And that I was saying that. I was saying that before that happened, and people were like, yeah, but then it's gonna have to do landfall and all that. And everybody like, you're dumb. Like, come on, they're saying it's gonna weaken. And by the time it hit Pompano and that area, right, by that time, it was still a Category 3. Matter of fact, it was at least a Category 3. They were saying, oh, it's just going to be a Cat 1, which is going to be fine. Mm-hmm. So that shit was at least a Category 3 by the time it hit through. So I would, those people that are prepping in Tallahassee, Tampa, and the whole, west coast of Florida, they're right to do that. They're fully right to do that. Because, look,
yeah, if I was over there,
anybody, but hell yeah, you would be anybody that has lived any period of time in Florida or around the Gulf Coast knows what's up. Like, it's like, don't matter what the TV can gaslight you, saying, oh, it ain't gotta be no bad, nothing. Trust me, you'll see plywood popping up on the windows in no time.
Right.
In no time. And store shelves, man, I remember every hurricane season, I was already ready. Like, I had to cut. A tropical storm can cause serious havoc because the bans on tropical storms, even on tropical storms, not only do they have tornadoes, because that's something that naturally comes with them, but they can have wind gusts of up to 100 miles an hour. They pick up cars like it's freaking paper. And that's a tropical storm. That's not a hurricane. That's a tropical storm.
No, I know, dude. It's crazy. I was in one where those gusts would get higher and higher. Whoa! It was like it would never stop, dude. It was just raising and raising, and we're like, oh my god. I'm out of the back patio smoking one hitter, drinking some coffee, going,
it's like a freaking freight train.
Yes,
like
exactly.
a freight train coming by. Especially like when we were in the middle of, I've been, I think George, Wilma, Katrina. What was that? There was one, I forgot. They have like a bunch of names, but man, like you sit there in the house and it's like for hours.
Yeah,
that shit don't stop. That don't stop, and you're just sitting there like, all right, power's out. All right, so plan B, candles out. You put a bunch of candles up just so you can get some lighting because your house dark. Even in the middle of a hurricane means that even at 12 at noon, you're in the house. The hurricane's coming through. It's already dark because you got a hurricane above your head, and the house is dark. Like you will use candles during the day. Like most people don't understand that haven't been through these things. And you're just sitting there and you just, hoping for the best. You're hoping that your streets ain't going to flood. You're hoping that the storm drains are going to hold out. And, I remember this was like 1998, down in Hallandale, Florida. If you remember where Hallandale is. Hallandale, Florida. Yeah.
I lived there once.
So, yeah, I used to live right by the Greyhound track. By US 1, if you remember where that was, on Hallandale Beach Boulevard.
Right.
Right. And we were in the back street. We were on the east side of US 1, and we had a storm coming through, like a big storm. And the next day, the neighbor had a jet ski, and was riding his freaking jet ski over to the area where the US 1 was. The US 1 is like higher up, and he rode his jet ski across the street, bro, to get to the gas station to buy himself some food. I'm not kidding. Like that's how Florida is. Yeah, kayaks, blow up. To somebody that hasn't seen this before, it's scary. To Floridians, this is everyday life. This is normal. They're ready for this. They go through this shit every single year, and every single year I'm just like, why are you talking about it like it's something like people living in Arizona? They go like, oh, but it's just the dry heat, and the people in Florida, they're holding on to the trees while the wind is blowing them, and we say we love it here every time a hurricane comes. It's just like that. They just put up with it.
It's so funny too, man. All these people selling the sailboats really cheap right now, and I'm like, man, I want to hop on one. But I was like, man, I just want to see what's happening with the weather. I've been holding out, but shit.
They're the crazy ones. Like I remember, sometimes when these storms come in, and people go like, hell yeah, finally we got waves. Like that. Finally we got waves to surf, and they go out surfing in the freaking middle of the storm. There are those as well. But the ones I feel sorry for are the Canadians now because, they're really not used to, that Hurricane Sandy that hit New Jersey, that's a rare occasion where the hurricane goes that far up.
Yeah, they're not ready. Yeah, the power lines and everything, there's trees hanging over everything and just wreaks havoc. One met up in Ohio once. That went through Texas and all the way up to Ohio, dude. It was like 80-something mile an hour winds up there. It knocked out power lines everywhere. I found some little park that still had power, and I brought my laptop, my headphones and shit. I plugged up everything, this little picnic bench, and I was making music in the park, dude. I was sitting there. Oh, it was awesome. I was making tracks and shit.
I was really lucky that when Hurricane Wilma hit, we didn't have power for weeks. And number one, I had my car rigged. So my car, I had like a docking station in my car for my laptop. So I could actually literally charge my laptop off of my car, just running my car. And I had 4 batteries for my laptop. Like they were those exchangeable bays. You could exchange one bay to a floppy drive, a CD drive, an external hard drive, or an extra battery. So, and I had two extra bays because I had that laptop. You could put 3 batteries inside if you didn't want to use this drive. So you could put 3 batteries in there. That computer could run for a whole day without being plugged in. You know, it was like really cool. So I would have that laptop with the batteries inside, and I would put it in the car. We would drive around while the car was charging up my laptop, and the phone line still worked. So I was still using dial-up back then. So I was able to get my news and communicate through you know, we were using AIM Messenger with family members, like shit like that. Yeah, man. I know
it feels good this time around. What do you say?
Yeah, I mean, this time around, I think we are really, really lucky in regards to having the ability. Having the ability to connect to the internet and being able to communicate back on, you know, 2000. When was 2000?
Oh, because of the cell phone. Yeah, because they didn't really have any way to connect like this. Yeah.
Right, and if you still had a landline working after a big storm like that, you kind of put your two hands together and you were happy as pretty shit. I did that. You could make a phone call, or you could go on the internet and try to find out what the hell is going on. Because the other thing that most people don't realize is after a storm like that, a lot of radio stations also go offline. They do.
Yeah.
Like Power 96 was offline for, I think, somewhere like 10 or 12 hours after the storm. Y100, 100.7 was offline also for about the same amount of time. We were listening to weather stations on AM radio, like FM radio. A lot of the stations didn't work anymore for at least a day or two. It's like you were completely in dark for a day or two after the storm. It's something people don't really realize, that after a storm like that, there's some consequences that you kind of have to deal with, which makes what I said earlier before, that the majority of real Floridians, not the rich kids that are living in condominiums. I'm talking about the real Floridians, the middle and lower class. They're all preppers. Like unblocked anybody that's living there for 10 years, right now is real prepper.
Prepping goes. Man, I got two of these 300 amp hour Zooms batteries, and then that Jackery 1500, and the Jackery, even if it's on body, I could like recharge that off of these Zoom batteries.
Solar panels.
600 amp. Oh, it's sick. I got like a backup for freaking solar systems, dude. It's awesome. I got 8 panels. It's killer.
Hell
so
yeah.
I won't have to use gas or anything, man. I'm pumped about that.
The only thing I'm looking for right now is, because I'm looking at different. You're lucky though. If I were you, I would sell the Jackery and get a Blue Eddy battery. I'm gonna tell you straight up why.
Blue Eddies. I mean, they're good, but I got a killer deal on this. I got like $400 off, so I snagged it. But Blue Eddies are good. Yeah, it's still a good
Blue
deal. These things do 1,850 watts per output, so it's not bad.
Yeah, I know. Well, no, that's your full output for the 1500. But I'm right now looking. I'm looking to put a solar in the house, but we have a property out in the middle of nowhere, and I'm about ready next year, hopefully, to be able to build a small cabin there. And I was looking at different options, and
nice.
Thank God. I mean, Blue Eddy, dude. Blue Eddy has a big UPS battery bank. Granted, it does cost $5,000 some odd dollars. Don't get me wrong; it is not cheap by any stretch of the imagination. However, it is a 5 kilowatt battery with a 3 kilowatt inverter inside, and you can plug in. Not only is it set up for a uninterruptible power supply for your house, but you can connect any kind of solar panel straight to it.
Yeah,
and it's all contained, and it has wheels and everything. It weighs like a.
Yeah, that's good. But listen, man, I got this is 3,840 watt hour times 2, which is like 7 point something kilowatts of 2 Zoom batteries hooked up to a 3,000 watt, 6,000 watt peak inverter, and it fucking is bouncing. And it was all these things were like 1,100 and change a piece for those batteries. So just think about it like that too, because these things are super portable, super light. Because it's less than half the price, and you're going to get more amp hours. So just think about it, man.
No. here you're looking at for people that are not savvy with it. It's just one unit that has a 5-year warranty on it.
Right. Yeah, that's cool.
It's a one single unit. They even have from the Blue Eddy. I saw now they have the it's a 2,500 watt-hour battery with a 2,000 watt inverter in it. That 2,000 watts is plenty enough for most people. It's enough to run a refrigerator. You're not going to run no air conditioning on it, but it's plenty enough to run a refrigerator and lights. That's the most important. Refrigerator and lights. That's what you need, right? And those batteries go for like $2,200, and you can buy extra batteries that you can connect to it, or you can even connect if you're savvy enough to have other battery banks connect to it. But the most important thing is the thing is you want them to have a MC connector on it, so have the ability to have an MC connector. And anybody that knows what MC connectors, that means that you can go out, you can buy an LG 440 watt straight up solar panel, put it outside, put 4 of them outside for $800 is what those panels gonna cost you to have 2 kilowatts of solar panels outside, instead of buying the solar panels from EcoFlow or Jackery or from Blue Eddy themselves. Those foldable ones, which cost $2,000 to get a 400 watt panel. It's ridiculous. When I can buy, you buy these panels. They're quite big because they're 2 meters by 1 meter for each panel, so they are large.
What mine are, dude. That's what mine are.
Right.
Yeah, They're called New Power, and they're 210 watts each, but they're nice. They're really nice, and they're a killer deal. I got 4 of them puppies. But
you can really you can buy the cheaper solar panels, put it outside somewhere, connect it, and you're good to go. You can run most of your stuff. You don't even need that big of a battery bank. You just need a big enough battery bank to go over the night, and then especially if you're living down in South Florida, you're gonna have some. You just need enough battery for the night. That's all you need for.
That's straight up. You know that Jackery that I put it to the test and had all the shit that I ever wanted hooked up to it. Ran it all night long. I ran a projector, laptop, had my cell charging on it. What else did I have going on? Oh, I had a Sony receiver and a bunch of at least fucking 10 speakers all around hooked up. I was blasting movies, chilling on the laptop, doing all that stuff. The next morning, it was 30% or 35% used. I used only 2 of the 4 panels to recharge it. It took an hour and 40 or an hour and 50 minutes to top it back off. I was like, what? I was like, hell yeah. I was like, we're done here. I was like, that's killer, dude.
Really good.
So exciting.
The main thing, though, that I like about Blue Eddy compared to Jackery is that the Blue Eddies have lithium iron. The Blue Eddies have lithium iron phosphate batteries in them, which can cycle for 5,000 to 6,000 times. And in layman's terms, that means about if you use those every single day, you got 10 years of use out of it at 80% capacity. Lithium-ion batteries will never do that. Lithium-ion batteries,
they'll still do it. They'll last a long time, though, man. And especially if you don't discharge them all the way. So that's the thing. You don't put heavy loads on them, and if you do, you don't do it for a long time. You definitely get life out of it. But the Zooms that I got, those batteries, those are lithium iron phosphate, and of course the other's ion. But I'm still happy with the ion. I feel safer with the ion. And the thing about the lithium iron phosphate is
they're not.
You don't charge it. Don't charge it at max capacity because these things are fucking crazy fire hazards, big time. So I'm only going to charge them at 1.
No, lithium ion batteries are a hazard. And the only thing that you have to watch out for lithium iron phosphate batteries is do not charge them below freezing because you will do permanent damage. Yeah.
But what about the automotive grade ones? Because the automotive grade ones,
also
them, right? Because that's power stations.
If it's lithium iron phosphate, do not charge them below freezing. And lithium iron batteries, do not charge them below 10 below. So 10 below Celsius in freezing, you shouldn't be charging those lithium-ion batteries. But overall, lithium-ion batteries are a hazard. That's why you have to make sure when you buy one of these that it's coming from a reputable company that is using lithium-ion batteries, because the battery management systems need to have a low temperature, a high temperature sensor, and it also needs to have a low current and a high current sensor to make sure that it has a battery protect on there. If it doesn't have a good quality one of those, and that's why I say EcoFlow, Blue Eddy, and Jackery, those are the higher, better. Now I found also one called Viking that seems to be pretty good. Viking is the brand name. They're like the cheaper ones, but you really got to be careful with those. If you buy some Chinese one with a Chinese BMS that was slapped together left and right, now that's a true fire hazard. That's why these cheap Chinese e-scooters and e-bikes that cost $500 and $400, you buy that and you're surprised that thing freaking blows up underneath you when you give it too much gas. Well, that's why, because they have bad battery management systems.
Yeah.
You know?
It's good to have it though. It's good to have a good setup. No gas. I'm like,
man. Like shit can, and with the, like I said, with the Blue Eddy, check out Blue Eddy AC200 Max.
That's the 2000. What is it called again?
2000 watt. Yeah, exactly. And that's all you need. Like that one unit for your house, that's all you have. You have solar input. They have, you can put MC connectors on it. You can connect the solar power or solar panels straight to it. It can do up to 45 volt solar input. That means you can use pretty high powered solar in series, not in parallel. In parallel, that you can put up there and charge that battery. And anybody that knows, you put 1,000 watt panels on a 2,000 watt hour battery, you will charge it in bad conditions 4 hours, in great conditions basically in 2 hours.
That's awesome. You can't go wrong with that, man.
No. And you don't have to understand how it works. You don't have to do anything. You just put it, you set it, you forget it, you have it, there are plugs on there. Just know, do not use anything that uses more than 2,000 watts. Like that's the maximum the inverter can take. But and they do, and this is the interesting thing, because Blue Eddy uses lithium iron phosphate batteries. They can do surge up to 3.6 kilowatts. They can surge. That means when your compressor turns on, first it will have a surge like a spike, and it can handle that for like 15, 20 seconds, and then your compressor will go down to 1,000 watts, but it's gonna have that big kick. Yeah, it's able to take that because
unless
the
you have
lithium
a soft
iron phosphate. That's unless. But this is most refrigerators, especially the ones that we as normal human beings buy that do not have that built in. And that's
it's just raw current. You're right.
Yeah. So
that's cool.
Just as it's just, there are different ways. There's cheaper ways of doing it. But this is for the layman people that are not willing to do or I are willing to. Somebody that just needs to go to a store and buy it.
Yeah, you know what? I was like, fuck this, I'm going to figure this shit out. So I spent 3 months like thoroughly researching the F out of every little aspect of solar. So now I'm good. I'm like, I feel so comfortable about it. And I was like, all right, now I can move on. And I went from there into detox protocols and all the other random shit for COVID. Fucking nightmare. And my RV, the only thing left I got to do is put this, I want to get a DC to DC converter and have it set up if I want to switch it out over to, because right now I have those deep cycle batteries in there. I have 5 of them in there, 2 in the front, and I cut out with the metal, the section that held the original house batteries, and I made it so you could fit these bigger deep cycles in there. And And right now it's all wired up fine because it uses the converter charge that's for deep cycles. You know what I'm saying? So, but if I switch it up, I'm gonna have to get a different charger for it that works, and then a DC to DC converter or whatever that goes in between the starter and the batteries, the house batteries. But yeah, it'll be fucking awesome if I get that rigged up. But it's pretty cheap. I just didn't do it yet because I wasn't sure if I was gonna hold on to this RV or not. So, you know, I'm like the last stages of it. I was waiting till summer was over, storms passed by, and then I was going to put some of those panels on top, or make it to where I could have them fold out from underneath because it's 10 foot wide. This RV is pretty wide, and those panels look like they'll fit perfect laid in there. So if I made like a railing setup, I could actually make it to where they're tucked underneath and pull them out to use them. And it's either that or I put them on the roof. And I got the stands that go, elevated, you know what I mean? So you could like break them down and put them back and stand them up. So I got them in my living room right now, just chilling, because I don't use the living room much. I either use my office or I'm out in the garage and chilling, you know, in the kitchen. So, but right now my fucking living room is like a little solar lab. I got shit everywhere.
You live in Florida, which makes you really lucky, because all you need to do is find old go-karts and find their used batteries, and that's a cheap way of getting batteries, bro, because those all have deep cycle batteries in them, and they kind of throw them out because they're like at 80% capacity, but 80% capacity for the house is more than enough for you. All you do is regenerate them with a charger, and you're good to go, and you can use those for another 2 years.
I got that little charger like
pennies
about that shocks them back to life, and it worked on my BMW. It worked on the deep cycles. I was like, damn, it brought them back to life, dude. It was like amazing. I still got 3 sitting in the garage I'm not using right now from 2019, just chilling. But yeah, it revived them.
Oh, cool. I wanted to ask Nikki. Nikki, do you remember like 6 or maybe a little bit longer ago, I was talking in detail about the polio vaccine, acute flaccid myelitis, acute flaccid paralysis, how they have a connection between the polio vaccine and children and so on. Well, the government is coming out with saying that the polio is finding its way back in the populace. But one thing that they actually admitted is that the problem is that they have too many people that get infected by the vaccine virus. That the children get vaccinated orally. They get the new oral vaccine because it's cheaper, which is an attenuated virus, and then the children infect other people. And 99% of the people that got infected by the attenuated virus, which is actually causing havoc in New York right now.
You know, that's that same shit they pulled in Africa. That fucking polio fucking by the mouth. It's crazy, dude. Like, I want this guy's head on a platter, like now.
But
they're all going down. One way or another, they're all going down, dude.
That what is really messed up is, and what this acute flaccid myelitis, acute flaccid paralysis is really about, is that acute flaccid paralysis first shows up on a disease on the diseases in 2003. And from 2003 until 2014, they were using acute flaccid paralysis as a diagnosis for children that had this flaccid paralysis from it, that they were paralyzed, right? And when in 2011 there was some kind of a big upheaval where they found a connection between acute flaccid paralysis and the polio vaccine, and it was going through some bureaucracy. In 2014, they renamed it to acute flaccid myelitis and saying, look, it cannot be acute flaccid paralysis because all of a sudden we don't have any acute flaccid paralysis anymore because we have this drug out there and it's just fine. It has nothing to do with the polio vaccine. That's how they were defending it. But all they did was they renamed it to acute facet myelitis. They were sending out, the CDC was sending out messages to hospitals that if children could show up between the month of August and January, because that's actually when they start the polio vaccine, then they have this type of symptoms, then you have to count them in as acute flaccid myelitis. And you can see the switch over from acute flaccid paralysis over to acute flaccid myelitis in that year from 2014. So those numbers, the same numbers that went down basically for paralysis, went up for myelitis, which myelitis is another Latin word for paralysis. So, I mean, it's just ridiculous with what they're doing. And there's what they call differential analysis. And you can look at the differential analysis, and they even went as far, and I can't remember now what the symptoms were, but again, they're, instead of calling it completely all the time paralysis, they're calling paralysis myelitis. When the child has spinal myelitis or has some kind of other myelitis, then you have to call it a myelitis and not a paralysis. And they kind of made paralysis a taboo word for children within these hospitals, and they have to kind of follow up on that. And it's really ridiculous of how they've been doing this, not for just COVID, but that's kind of what was the big thing, that they have been doing that for decades. And before that, it was Guillain-Barré syndrome, which is also a paralysis, right? Guillain-Barré syndrome is also paralysis, and polio itself causes paralysis. So they're just changing the name of the symptoms and the diseases, which are still the same. And the only way you can get to it is somebody from the outside goes in and does what we call a differential analysis. And lucky to us, there are differential analyses. You can go online. The NIH has differential analysis between AFM and AST. So I'm going to just use the short versions of it. And now they're doing it again. And they're now saying, but they're coming out that too many people are getting infected with the attenuated virus, which allows the virus to mutate and become strong enough to paralyze again. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? They're saying it out loud. They're saying that silent part out loud. And people don't care.
No, yeah, there's some of us care, and some of us have seen enough of this shit, dude. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, if fucking the law don't take care of this soon, dude, we're gonna be going around and rallying people up, and we're taking names and numbers, and I'm not fucking kidding, dude. I'm not fucking kidding. So, yeah, people will stand up one way or another, and this is unacceptable. Unacceptable. Doctors still in on it. All these these fucking sellouts all over the place, bro.
I still think it's the frequencies. It's the 5G that they're turning on that's causing the shit.
Well, it's adding to it. It's all a cocktail. The frequencies are the cocktail with the shit in their bodies. It's like all tied together. Even the nose swabs is part of it. The whole damn show. So you can't like separate anything from it. The whole thing is together, wrapped up in a nutshell, and they're a bunch of fucking nuts. And you haven't seen nothing yet. Wait till we've had enough to the point that we don't have it. Like I said, like I'm already getting close to the point where I'm like, you know what? I've already simulated. I have nothing left to lose. Wait till I actually start living that. So that's what I'm saying. You know how many more people out there like me? Shit. All you need is a good handful.
You know, Race, last night I sent you the VC, Dr. Marik, something, Paul, is it? Paul Marik? He's talking about this, but I think you didn't watch.
I haven't been watching.
Many sit out. Yeah?
What is it? I've heard of Paul Marik. What was about it, though?
Yeah, he's saying there is good news. There is good news that people are rising up against this already everywhere right now. Yeah, so there is hope that they will push back and we are on the winning side. That's why I sent you. I think you didn't watch. It's very encouraging. Go back to watching then. I sent you.
Well, I'm more about taking action. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's good. Like, I've watched. I know where it's going. I see that there's pushback, and I believe that all of us should be part of that pushback. And I don't like just tuning into shit. I'd rather make things happen myself. So.
No, he's reporting on the proaction. They're doing it. There are many ways to do, right? Not just on the streets. Those people are doing it like medically. How do you say? Through the law, through the laws and the medical. Yeah, something like that. If you watch, then you can see more. I forgot what he was saying. Yeah.
Well, long as it's more than they're just throwing us a little bit every once in a while.
About the GPMC.
Is that in Malaysia? Yeah, Malaysia.
Yeah, Malaysia, and he was on. It's live. It's not a recording. We were live last night.
Right.
And people could ask questions. Well, was very good because that's Paul Merrick, right? And GPMC got him to speak to us. So it was quite positive. You can go back to watch it. I think there's a recording now. Hopefully. I haven't checked. But it was live last night. I'm glad to hear the positive news. He says we will see the pushback. We will see. It's not going to last very long, Grace. So you don't have to kill them. That's good news.
She's trying to keep me at bay. This is funny. It's good though. I feel you. No, I'm just saying, enough is enough already. You know, if the law don't take care of it, we will. So either fucking way.
I think God knows. He knows everything.
Oh, he knows, and he knows. I know, and I know others know. So
it's how much we can and we cannot take. You know, we've been praying. Don't forget.
I'm happy I was able to keep my family from dying from this shit. And besides that, you know, everybody's still alive and kicking. Everybody's still doing their dance right now. So it's good.
Yes, thank God. He's real. He's preserving even my dad. He came yesterday and I checked with him whether he understood or not. You know, he said to me, he came and then he said to me, many people are falling sick. And then another thing, the veggies are all poisonous. I don't know how to eat them right now. Then I told him to put the Himalayan pink salt to soak in it first.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I told him, you know, the gardening, he should try, start the gardening. He's old.
Sprouts are simple. Sprouts are simple. Yeah.
Oh, sprouts, yeah.
When they think about gardens seems like a lot for people that don't normally garden. So sprouts are like the easiest thing in the world.
That's right. You know? I got a compound, but it's become a jungle. I'm not used to it. So yeah, don't know what to do. When really, you know, if the food is so scarce in the future, I don't know. Yeah, we pray, keep on praying that really the people will push them off the cliff.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Or in the nearest volcano, just drop them off. Sounds good.
Amen.
Woo! Step right up. Single file line. Gunter. Is this the Gunter I know, or is this the Gunter?
I'll wait for the day of the vengeance of the Lord. I'll wait.
How many Gunters do you know?
You're the only one, man. So I looked through your pictures. I saw it's you. How's it going, brother?
Good, man. I'm in the bathtub, kind of falling asleep. But yeah, I need to wake up.
Chilling. Right on, man.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be working in the middle of the night, but I'm not. But I have plenty of time to get it done.
No,
So that's good.
I did the weekend at the market, waking up at 6, and yeah, a bit tired today.
That's cool. Yeah, I had a pretty chill weekend too. I was just kind of like said, all right, I'm gonna kick back. I still got some things done, but yeah, a couple of days ago, Friday was fucking nuts. Like it was the most packed day I had for like a couple months at least. I was like, damn. I had to move out this guy's stuff. The guy pulled the gun on me that's no longer living here. I had to clear out all his stuff.
I know. Oh, yeah, you moved the stuff out. I know the story. So where did you move the stuff to?
He had a friend of the family. I don't know if it was like, man.
I gotta go. I'll be back later.
Oh, okay, G.
Okay, G.
But, so
you don't care really.
That was
so as long he gave the address and you just moved it. Yeah. Is he still in lockup?
They came by.
Is he still in jail?
Yeah. It looks like he's gonna fight the case from in there. So, and yeah, it looks like, dude, he took a fucking one of my kitchen knives that I usually use to cut up vegetables and stuff, and I guess that's the knife that he used to cut himself because he tried to set me up after I fucking ran across the street and called the police. He like ran in the house, slammed the garage shut, and put safety locks and fucking hid his gun somewhere, or threw it in the yard, neighbor's yard, I don't know, and then cut himself. And he used my kitchen knife. I'm like, motherfucker. And I didn't know until just a couple days ago when I was like, man, I can't find that knife. He must have used that. And it definitely was, because it's not in his fucking house. It's not in the kitchen. So yeah, but he ain't gonna be able to set me up. There's no way, dude. There's no way. But anyway, yeah, he's gonna try to use that to get out of his troubles, but it's not gonna work, dude. I told him be easy on the guy or whatnot. I tried to get out of being at court. They might still what's it called? They might still court order me to testify against him, but I'm trying to just leave it, let the state pick it up. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. But I'm not the type to be trying to slam people for life. I know he was gonna kill me, but still, I do have compassion and shit. As long as this dude, I might have to talk to his public pretender if that's what he's got, public defender, and tell them and say, look, if he even thinks about pinning that fucking bullshit of him cutting himself on me, I will go to the furthest extent of the law. So somehow that message needs to get to him. But besides that, we're good here. Yeah, man.
Good point. Exactly.
You know what I mean? Shit. I did everything I could for this dude, so, I'm not sweating it. He did put me in danger, though, because I had some black powder guns here that could have been, even the cops around here, they don't even know the law. I've read everything in Florida, for the fact that I've been in trouble in the past, and I'm allowed to have them down here. But it's in the gray. But I read through everything, and I pieced it all together, and I found the articles and all the info that shows it and this and that. So if they try to do me any shit, they're not here now, so they can't get me for it now. But it could have been. It could have been. If they wanted me, they could have got me, but they didn't. The detectives on my side, it seems like. You never know with these fucking people, though, man. I'll tell you what. But anyway, it's good. I just made some bomb-ass coffee, dude. I am a coffee connoisseur. I put some of that star anise in it, and it's got honey, and I switched over to powdered milk a while ago. I bought this giant fucking thing of powdered milk, 50 pounds of it. And, yeah, man, that shit lasts so long, dude. Instead of buying gallons, they're always going bad, and the price is all jacked up, and you never know what the fuck's in it. So it's pretty cool. Nice little vacation from having to hit the stores all the time for that shit. But I like the honey instead of sugar, because I used to be like a damn fire ant, and now I just use honey and everything, and it's awesome. I was baking biscuits and stuff. I put goji berries and all my favorite stuff, like chia seeds and Redmond sea salt and a little bit of coconut oil, dude. All kinds of stuff, moringa, and I made these things. They taste so fucking good, dude. I couldn't even believe. I never even taste nothing from a store. Go to a fancy restaurant. I got them whooped, and I'm making my own breads and shit now. So I'm like, what? I'm so excited about that. Yeah, I got like this little handheld grinding machine thing too, so I could like grind up grains and stuff. So if I'm ever at the point where I'm off grid and like collecting nuts and things like that, I'll grind them down and make flours and things out of it. So I've been picking away and learning a little of that on the side. I want to try to do sourdough bread. I haven't tried that one yet, but I'm going to do that soon. We just got to dodge this damn hurricane. Think we're in the clear?
Oh yeah, fucking hell, scary.
Right? Yeah, it's brewing out there, dude. But I'm to the east of it, so it looks like we're gonna miss it unless it makes some drastic hook. So I think we're all good. But either way, I got lots of solar. I got family that's got a more fortified house than this one. This one's like still made of solid block and stuff, you know, but still. And I have the storm shutter windows and all that. But I got my Mustang to watch out for, and you know, it's a 2-car garage, so if I have to, I can move this BMW over and try to squeeze the Mustang in here too. But my RV sitting in the driveway, and if for some reason it takes a turn this way, I'm fucking getting ropes out and I'm pinning this fucking thing down, dude. I have ropes all fucking like it's a damn circus tent. So we'll see. I bought a bunch of rope already a while back just for it to have in case I need it for something.
Yeah. Did you put your Mustang in the garage?
Well, it's not. It's early still right now for it, but I mean, I could. It's just the what do you call it? This RV is blocking the pathway to get it in here right now. So I might have to like charge the battery on the BMW, scoot it over to this side, you know, kind of do a little shuffle, and then pull the Mustang in. That should be good. But there's a lot of stuff in this garage, man. Like it'll be a tight fit, but I could do it. But anyway, yeah. Do you know this guy that fucking pulled the gun on me backed into my fucking badass Mustang, fucked up the custom bumper on it? I had to file a claim, dude. So I filed a claim with the police report of him pulling a gun on me. That was hilarious. I'm probably one of the rarest cases down here for this. Because I was gonna work with him, and he told me, he's like, dude, don't call the insurance. Like, I'll work with you on it, and I'll pay for whatever costs get fixed. I'm like, okay, dude, you're gonna do that. You know, I'll keep my cool. But you just fucking hit my freaking prized possessions. So you know what I'm saying? For me, that's my fucking baby. You see what I'm saying? And you can't find the custom bumper anywhere. I can't even. I was online for like an hour and a half. I couldn't find it anywhere. But I fixed it. You could barely even tell unless you're right up on it. Because I already did. I'm pretty good with making things better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll fucking do it with like 2 parts, and I got the bumper sitting right. You can't even tell, except for there's a big crack down it. And I took like a black pen as a vinyl wrap around it. So the vinyl wrap and where he bumped into the bumper and it cracked it, I took a black one of those highlighter pens and I just dabbed it on it so it wasn't looking like white thread sticking on my like darker tinted vinyl wrap. And you can't even really tell unless you're right up on it. So that's good at least. At least it looks normal. But still, I'm going to get like at least a couple grand. I'd say $2,000 from the insurance company from Geico coming up, which is awesome. And I'll just fix it myself for like fucking pennies on the dollar. So I almost got that done already. So I'm like halfway through that motion. Yay. It's cool. That'll help. Because I never accepted any handouts, that COVID relief money, nothing. I never accepted a penny from the government in any way. You know, I've been dependent on my online sales and shit, which has fluctuated. But for some reason, everybody and their mother's buying. So this week has been hectic, and like because the guy put the gun shit happened, it threw my sales off, and I didn't make my new batches in time, so I was like 3 or 4 days behind, and then a bunch more sales came in. I'm like, fuck. So for a minute I played catch up, you know, and now I'm almost there. I still got a pile to do tonight and by tomorrow, and I'll be good. Yay! I can fucking chill again. But I had a pretty chill weekend though. It's been good. I just fixed the bow for my cello. That it's like a horsehair bow. I don't know. It's a really good sounding bow though. And like the little teeth inside it messed up, so I took apart the bow, and I took a piece of copper wire and I put it in there where those teeth are, so it had more pressure, and I just wound it back up and it works fine. I'm like, yes. And now my cello sounds like 10 times better. I'm like, hell yeah, get back to jamming this thing. Cause I don't know what it is about it. I played guitar a long time, but this cello, man, it's something else, dude. Like I'm just getting good at it, but I've been playing it now for like almost 2 years. I can't believe it's almost 2 years already. At one point, a flash of light. But I'll tell you what, it's a unique ass instrument, dude. And I might get one more thing, like a 20-something string harp, and I'll be set. Like between all the instruments I got now, like you can unplug me for the rest of my life. I'll be happy. Sit out in the woods and play damn instruments. Yeah, put some rosin on this puppy. On my damn fingers too, while I'm at it. So what's new? What's new? Shira, how you doing over there, Shira? You busy? I'm heating up the rosin.
Took me a while to get to the button. Yeah, I'm just doing work even before I start my day. All good. Just listening in.
Nice. Hope you have a good day.
I will. You too.
Thank you. I'm putting rosin on this bow that I haven't been able to use for like 3 months, and I'm like, yay, I fixed it. It's so cool. A little piece of copper wire is all it needed. I just had to put it in there where you unscrew it and screw it back. I'm like, what? I should have done that a long time ago. But I've been using a viola bow on my cello, and I'm like, oh, it just doesn't have the same sound. It's like, I don't know, this one grabs it better. So I'm like excited.
You done a MacGyver on it?
Yeah, a little MacGyver, just a little. I swear, like I had the wire clipper sitting there, and I saw a piece of wire. I was like, I know it'll work. Just let's give it a shot. I twisted a little piece in the teeth. It took like 2 or 3 minutes to try to get it to grab, and as soon as I got it in, I was like, tight. I was so happy. Now I feel like a little kid in a candy shop. My rosin. Put it on. I got to start. Yeah, making like performances with it though, but it's a lot of fun though. I'll tell you what, this thing is a trip. The vibration of it. I want to be in a nice hall effect room, like just a good like amphitheater room. I haven't even done that yet with this. I've just like sat in the garage, sat in the house. You know, there's carpet in there. It absorbs a lot of the sound. But that's pretty cool though.
Hey, Jared.
What's up? Who's that? Nala, what's up?
Hey. Not much. What are you doing?
Chilling.
I see you in here quite often now.
Yeah,
you made friends.
Here. I know. I need to come in here more often. Honestly.
You got a cult following now.
Oh. Shit. So you've been playing some chess lately, or what? How's that going?
I have. I've played a lot of chess lately. I've lost a lot of games, but anyway.
That's good though. I heard there's some pros in there.
Yeah, we've got a few people that have won tournaments and stuff, so that's fun.
Oh, that's killer. It's a lot of fun.
Do you play? Because if you play, you should play me.
I know. I was thinking about doing it the other day. I've been like on the border. I almost hopped in the other night, and I was like, I'll do it soon.
You don't have to play like an entire game in one sitting if you're busy. So you can do like one move and then like DM me that you're done, ready to go for the next move. And you can take that if you need to.
Oh, then I'm gonna have to think really hard.
I'm here anyway.
I'm just That's cool though. It's awesome.
It's a lot of fun, and I've basically lost to everyone in that group.
Well, I won't feel that bad then. Oh, it's cool.
Yeah.
I need a push. That's all I need is a good push, and I'll be at it. But that's the thing.
Mate,
like,
I will push you.
Cool. I need it. Off the edge.
Definitely. I'm excited because I want more players. So if anyone here plays chess, my chess group is in my bio. It's just chess. It's not like I'm stealing members.
I have a chessboard table thing here at the house. Somebody down the road from me was like getting rid of this thing. It's awesome. It's like a full set. It's all made of wood. It's got these cool little drawers and everything. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I got one too. And then I looked it up online, and it's like a $300 chess set, and I was like, what the fuck? And that was before I didn't even play chess. Then I gave it away. And now I play chess, and I want it back. I want it back now.
That's hilarious.
But thankfully, I only gave it away to my sister, so I can get that back.
You might be able to haggle it back then. All right.
Oh yeah, easy. My sister doesn't even play chess. She just wanted it for the kids so they could play. So fair enough.
Does it have that felt thing underneath of it when you flip the tabletop upside down? Is it like that?
Like a felt layer or something at the bottom of it?
Yeah, where you play cards and different things. Let me look at it. I know it has something. Yeah, got a big green.
I don't know. This one is like a full wooden box thing. It's like a solid thing. Like you would need 2 hands to carry it. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, more distilled water. It's time to put it on.
Yeah, but I just popped in to say hi since I had seen you in here. I've got to drive now, but I'll DM you like a chess game if you want, and then we can start playing chess. And you can take your time.
Sounds good. Are you out of here? You said?
All right, mate. Huh?
You said you're out of here?
Yeah, I've got to drive now, and then you won't be able to hear me in the car. So.
Right on. All right, cool. We'll catch up soon. Guys. Thanks for stopping in.
All right, talk to you later. Bye.
Hasta la vista. I'm doing dishes in the middle of the night. Exciting stuff. Nikki, do you play chess? I forgot if I asked you that.
You doing dishes? I heard.
Yeah, just real quick, just a few. So I'm getting a refill on the cafe, and I'm turning the distiller on, and then lots of dishes. Then while I'm at it, might as well. I'm silly with it. So I'm actually not even.
How many pile up?
Yeah, they can do
Just
that.
one day. Not 3 days. Pile up.
Jesus Cord probably plays chess. I bet he does.
Yeah, he used to play a lot of chess.
Yeah, man. Back in the day, I was like all up in it, and it's been a while now. Like, you know, sometimes I'll play this computer or whatever. I have on my phone some kind of chess app thing, and I got it all the way up to the freaking 2nd level masters, and I cannot beat it no matter what I do. I try everything, and I got it down to where we like just had a few pieces left, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it this time, and I fucking still beat me. I was so pissed. But I'm pretty decent, but like I don't know, man. I have to freshen up because I haven't played around. I've played humans for a while. You know what I'm saying? Just damn computers.
The Big Blue. IBM made that computer called the Big Blue.
Oh yeah, that Casper played against. Yeah, I remember that. That's wild.
He lost 10-0. The score was 10-0.
Damn.
For a long time, I had, you know, that Motorola Razr phone. Remember those Motorola Razrs?
Yeah.
So basically, back in the days, I used to take the tram and bus to work, and it was like an hour's trip. And the two things that I had on that phone was Doom and chess. The two games that I had on it were Doom and chess. Yeah, it ran Doom.
Doom. I didn't mean to cut you off, dude. I was saying, man, I used to love Doom. That was a game that made me want to get a computer when I was like 14, 13, 14.
Yeah, and then on my old MacBook, that was like chess was the one built-in game that I would always play with. That I had.
Yeah, we'll have to hit that up sometime, man. When we got time, hopefully we'll have some kind of chill future coming up. We'll see. Enjoy the pleasures of chess.
look into a guy called Bobby Fischer. I think they made a movie about him. The Search for Bobby Fischer, something like that.
Well, you said it was a movie, so I had some sound over here. You said something about a movie?
Yeah, he's an American chess player. Back in the same day as that Russian guy you just mentioned.
Oh, yeah, Fisher, right? That's who you're talking about?
Yeah, Bobby Fischer.
He was a killer. Dude, I got to tear it up. All right, I got my little station set up here. Distiller's ready to rock. Get back at. Nada, I don't think I met you before, man. Where are you from?
Yeah, from Australia, yeah. I don't come in much anymore, mate.
I've been meeting a lot of people. I got a lot of good friends down there now. What area are you from?
It's all going up down here.
I know. Oh, yeah. I've been hearing a lot of people out there. I mean, people are getting ready. Shit. I just met some lady that said she got some kind of spot up in the mountain stuff down there somewhere. And I got to pull it back up and bring it up to you what this area is. I mean, she was really fucking cool, man. Like, and she's like, everyone come here. I was like, what? And I looked and started researching the area. Let's see, hopefully I bookmarked it. They tried to hijack my laptop earlier somehow. They like make it wake up and shit. I gotta like check it for viruses. I don't think it's a virus. I think it's like a wake timer or something. Let's see. See if it's in my history. Hopefully. But yeah, anyway, it's like some spot up in the mountains, and it's like a national park area, and it reminded me those freaking that forest looked like Angkor, like where they got this old Buddhist monastery, some ancient one where they got trees going through it and whatnot. Yeah, man, it looked just like that. I was like, what?
That'd be the Blue Mountains. So that's that would be New South Wales, the Blue Mountains. That's what I'm picturing there.
Oh, dude, what